Hi, Collective. Welcome to Intuitive Goddess Tarot 911. I'm Jenny. I hope you guys are doing amazing. Welcome in or welcome back. I was called today to do a collective reading and just see what we get. So, as always, if this channel's new to you, then take what resonates and leave the rest. And whenever you're seeing these readings, they're timeless, so it's meant for you when you're seeing it. Okay, so I got a new deck. It is called Sacred Earth Oracle. So we're going to pull some cards from here and see what we get. So, holy angels, holy spirits, just a collective need to know about what's coming up in the next few days, next couple weeks. What do they need to know? What do they need to focus on? Shift. Okay. Revolution. Wow. And revision. Okay. So you are revising yourself. So I'm a big fan of that. We can revise ourselves as many times as we want to in this lifetime, right? Renew. You can start a revolution within yourself. So let's see. Let's use this life situations clarifying deck to see what we are talking about here. So Spirit, what about the shift? We need to know about the shift for the collective. These cards are beautiful, by the way. Once we get a little bit further, I'll pick them up and show them to you. All right, what do they need to know? Cloud of unknowing. Float on the clouds of the unknown. Surrender to the mystery and embrace the sacred within. Okay. So maybe part of the message is that the shift is you're no longer trying to basically try to control everything. You're surrendering to the universe and saying, okay, universe, here we go. Let's just give me what you're going to give me. I like that. So that's a shift. So what else? Meadow of moments. Bask in the meadow of moments where presence blossoms in the simplicity of now. Okay, so that fits. I mean, I feel like if this is what you're doing, you're letting go. You probably are just living in today, which we all should be doing, right? I feel like we spend so much time worrying about what's going to happen in the future. Are we going to get what we want? You know, just all those types of things, instead of just sitting with ourselves and being grateful for everything that you actually have, because you have a lot, right? I don't know. I think especially this time of year, we should be very grateful for everyone and everything we have. That's just my personal opinion. But all right, let's keep going. So revolution, gate of opportunities. Pass through the gate of opportunities where the new paths unfurl with boundless potential. Okay. So I've been watching a lot of tarot readers lately, and it seems like there's a lot happening in the ethers just as far as like astrologically. And I know we're in Mercury retrograde right now, so it's possible that the revolution is, you know, you realizing your boundless potential. You can do anything you set your mind to. I mean, we all can, right? And I know I say that a lot, but we all can do a lot. So let's see what else. Going forward. Don't dwell on the past, but focus on creating a brighter future. Yeah, so you are making a shift. You're revolutionizing yourself, which I love. Let's see what revision is, because it seems like kind of the same thing, but we'll see. Heart's desire. Sing along to your heart's song, for it knows what you truly want. Okay. And divine timing. Be patient, for some things take time to manifest fully. All right, we are gonna, just because this deck is new, so we're gonna look and see. So the Revolution card says, avoid comparison. It is neither too soon nor too late to claim your life for yourself. There is no right way to live your life. There is no way or set pace to follow your path. Be wary of false markers. It is not always time to harvest. Without rest periods, planning and planting and nurturing, there may be no harvest. Okay. So that could be for somebody, maybe you need to rest. And then we'll look at revision. I was just there. Darn it. Okay. Your body remembers the trauma, the closeness, the love, the fear, and the exuberance of your full history, even when your mind doesn't. Bring a memory to the surface to align your current self with knowledge stored in your body. Go deeper into the challenge to go beyond. A study of the past will help you recognize and break a limiting cycle. Okay. Interesting. Okay. And then shift. It says, there is no shame in changing your mind or walking away from a person or belief. Some things are for lifetimes, but others can only ever offer temporary solace and fleeting fulfillment. Do not cling to the stepping stone. Keep moving, keep growing, and avoid attaching to anything as true right now. Your world and your views are in flux. Do not be pushed in making long-term commitments or concrete decisions. Okay. This is so interesting. So, I don't know why, but this revision, you pulling up a memory. So, like, I don't know, maybe you're doing it through a song, or maybe you're actually seeing a person after not seeing them for a long time. But you pulling up that memory and feeling how you felt within that moment might be significant. And everything happens in divine timing. And you should never be afraid to ask for what your heart wants. Either you'll get it or you won't. I mean, that's just the way of the universe, right? So, I don't know. I feel like that's part of the message. All right. Let's get a couple more cards for each of these and just see if there's anything else. Because I really feel like this is such a positive message. But there's definitely something deeper within. So, frost of stillness. Embrace the frost of stillness, where in the calm of icy pause, reflective clarity is found. Yeah, there's something about you needing to take a pause, just look over things. I mean, I know it said you don't want to be pushed into any decisions. I mean, definitely, I'm a fan of going and laying in the meadow. I do that. Not that you can, if you live where we live, I mean, I guess you could, but the ground is probably covered with gross stuff. I don't know. And it's deer hunting season. So, right track. You are going in the right direction. So just keep moving. Yes, you are going forward twice. So, I think the other part of the message here is just not to give it too much thought, right? So, you're on the right track. Obviously. And I really feel like it's a new path that you haven't been on. And it's something that you really want. Real promise. Release the chains of the past and dance the rhythm of possibility. Yeah, maybe this is something from someone or something from your past. Let's see if we can get some more information. I need a sip. All right. Spirit. What do we need to know about this shift and this need for a pause? Because in the next breath, there's a need for moving forward and a revolution. So what do we need to know about that? Snake. So typically in readings, I would take the snake. I'm just going to grab one of these. I would take the snake as someone deceptive in your life. However, that being said, you're undergoing this transformation. So maybe the message is that you are shedding your old skin. Or you're showing people that you've shed your old skin. Or you're showing yourself you've done it. I mean, who knows? Family. Okay. So this could have something to do with your children. That you're... I don't know why I'm getting this, but you could be showing them that you're transformed. But you are not indeed the person who you were. If that's relevant. And then, what about asking for your heart's desire? Communication, a text message. So you will be hearing from whoever your heart's desire is. This is lovely. All right. Let's grab a couple more cards. Let's grab some tarot. So what else do we need to know about the pause? The collective moving forward, possibly with generations, family, and a total revision of what's happening. Four of Swords. So this could be part of where you're exhausted and you needed to rest. What else, Spirit? Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups card for me is basically you get everything you want. So in this picture, there's a dog in the yard. I don't say cat, but there's a dog in the yard. And it just looks like a happy place to be. So I feel like you are about to get whatever your heart's desire is. And it's not far off. And I feel like everything that happened to get you to this point had to happen. I mean, life goes through cycles, right? We all go through cycles. And a lot of times the universe will rip people out of our lives. They'll rip us out of situations. Trying to think of an example. You know, someone could leave you in a relationship. A child could leave you, an adult child. But I feel like everything happens for a reason, because if you were in that same situation, you couldn't have grown like you've grown. So you needed the universe to come in and wreck it for you, basically. Queen of Cups. So I feel like this is you, collective, and you know, I've said this before, that it doesn't necessarily have to be male or female. Tarot's not about gender. So yeah, you're a loving, kind-hearted person. You could be a healer. All right, one more card. King of Cups. I feel like you've embodied your masculine and feminine energies, and you've figured out where they need to be within yourself. And that is probably part of the revolution and the revision. I feel like energetically that you're someone who had to use your masculine energy a lot. And after resting, after going through this process, this pain, you've had a revision. You've had a soul revision. What else? Jesus. 5 of Wands. So I don't know if you can see this card, but it looks like a family. Maybe you've been in disagreement with your family of origin. What else? Page of Swords. A message, communication. So you're definitely going to be getting a message. All right, one more card, Spirit. What does the collective need to know about this? What's the next card? Knight of Wands. Fast moving. So whatever this is fast moving. Okay. Let's get you an advice card. Let's actually get you one of these. I don't use this deck a lot. I should. This is a beautiful deck, and it has such good messages. So, Spirit, what does the collective need to know about what's our advice for this situation? It's very beautiful. Rejuvenate yourself. Know your limits and allow them to guide you. Limitations can teach you to take better care of yourself. You have full permission to rest and say no. Receiving it all. You deserve to receive abundance and at full capacity. Believe in your worth and trust in the universe that it is ready to deliver all your desires. Open up. That's all I'm saying. Well, I hope this was really helpful. You know, let me know if this resonates. And again, I just want to say thank you to everybody that likes the videos, that has been subscribing, that has been watching the videos. It really helps a lot, and I really appreciate you all, and I love you so much. And I hope that you have an absolutely wonderful Wednesday, and I will see you again. Bye.